Hey Soy Fam, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. While you're here, I hope you enjoy my videos. You can check out my other videos that I did, and you can also subscribe and join the Soy Fam. It won't take anything more than you just clicking the subscription button and then pressing the bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. So go ahead. Alright, so it has been a while since I've done a sit down video, and that is what I'm about to do for you. Alright, so you guys know that this is a free for all channel. I do all sorts of stuff here. I do challenges, I take you on worrying things about my health, I give you information about my sweet grenada, I play pan. I do so much here on this channel, and I've been trying to think about other ways that I can improve, other things that I can offer you. So one of the things I thought I should do is story time, and I think I should do Sunday story time or story time Sundays. I have to come up with a better name, but anyways, it will be on Sundays, and it won't be every Sunday. It's gonna be twice per month. I'll give you a story time about different things that has happened to me or just anything in general. So this story time is going to be about, if you have read the title, I think that's what's gonna be. So the time that I got robbed and almost lost my life. Yes, I'm smiling, but it's very serious. So let's get into the story time. Alright, so I'm going to take you back into 2013 where this event took place. And I have to let you know, so at TAMCC, I'm about to graduate. I flunked my literature class, my last class, and literature was my major, by the way. Well, one of my majors, and obviously I need to pass in order to graduate. So I flunked my 242, which is my last class for literature, and I think I got a C or a C minus or a D, one of them, and I couldn't get that. I think I needed to get a grade higher up, and basically I had to do a summer program to in order to better that grade, and which I did. I did the summer program, and while I was on my way to go to my summer class, this happened. So I took my bus. At the time I was living in St. Paul's. I took the bus, came down. Instead of going to town to take a bus and go over to Tantine, in order to save money, I would always stop off on Lucas Street and then walk into Archibald Avenue and then walk down the stairs, and I'm right there in Tantine. So I'm on the phone talking to my boyfriend at the time. Talking, where you at now? Okay, you're safe. Bam bam ting ting ting, all of that. And I dropped off on Lucas Street, and I'm actually about to head into Archibald Avenue. But while I'm walking in that area there, a guy, a gentleman, he was going, so I'm going this way, he's coming this way. So usually in Grenada, we greet people. That's courteous, that's polite way about us. So I'm on the phone talking, yes, all lovey-dovey, and this gentleman passed me, and I was like, good morning. I put up the hand. Usually you say good morning, you acknowledge, you put up your hand, or you may give a tilt on your head. I was like, good morning. And he was like, nod in acknowledgement. This is my phone, by the way. I'm on the phone, and I'm about to enter into Archibald Avenue. Side note, when I was in the bus, I paid the bus, put my purse in, so I didn't have a backpack because I'm going to college. This is, what am I doing? So I have on a shoulder bag, and it has two pockets. So it has a big pocket where my books are, and then it has a small pocket outside, and that's where I put the purse. But the thing about that is you can see the purse, the top of the purse, because it didn't go all the way down. So yeah, that's just a side note. So I pass, say hello, good morning to the gentleman, and I continue walking into Archibald Avenue. right? Talking on the phone. Where you at right now? Well, I just stopped, come off from the bus, walking in, telling my boyfriend at the time this, and I'm walking. But then I felt a presence behind me. So I was like, okay, it's a busy place anyway, so people would just pass there and to go down to Tantine because it's shorter and you save 250 for a bus. Okay? So I can feel like somebody is walking behind me. Alright? So I instead of turning around to see who it is, because I'm talking on the phone and whatnot, so I give a slight glance back like this. And in my peripheral I can see the same person who I saw past me, because that person had an all blue, like all blue. I can see that same person passing, well, not passing, but in the back of me, walking. Bear in mind, it's a distance away, so it's not close. And I'm like, it's normal. There was no red flags there. There was nothing too dramatic to be like, okay, be scared about, because it's a public road. People can pass there. So I'm talking on the phone. I can't remember what I was talking about because it was so long. I'm on this call with my boyfriend at the time, and I'm just talking away, and I'm walking through Archibald Avenue. The person, I can feel the person coming up closer and closer, getting closer to me. But still, it wasn't any problem, so I can say, okay, maybe this person is following me or anything. People, as I said, people pass there all the time. So to me, it's just like somebody regularly passing, they're walking. But I find like the person would not pass me, they would always keep a distance. So I'm like, still, I'm not worried about it. Deep down in my guts, I was not worried, but I just thought it was odd because the person was just behind me walking. So I continue walking, and I got to this, when you reach the roundabout, Archibald Avenue, and you can go down to, it has a pink building there, and I think Sagicor insurance is there, and a bunch of other insurance companies are there also. When you get there, I usually would see the security officer, and I usually say good morning because I knew him from school. No, at that morning I didn't see anybody there. So I just continued walking. The person is still behind me walking. And I am like, okay, I'm talking on the phone with my boyfriend, all lovey dovey. I'm not still worried about the person behind me. Like, as I said before, people pass there all the time. So I get to the steps. So after the main road, you can go down the stairs, and that's the stairs you would take, go all the way to Tantine. All right, it's right on the bottom there. Tamsis is right there. It has other schools around the area. It has Tantine, Netball Court, and playing field right there. So people would take it all the time. So the phone is still in my ear. I started to walk down the stairs. Okay, so it has like a house there, and they have a back wall. Okay, and I start to walk down the stairs, and that's when I realized the person started to get closer to me. So I am like, okay, maybe that person wants to pass. So I am like going on the side while I'm talking, and the person is going, not knowing this man had other intentions, guys. This man had other intentions for me. And bear in mind, I was the only person walking that street. There wasn't any other college students there. There wasn't any other people there. I was the only one walking the street with that guy behind me. Anyways, so I'm walking on the step, and as soon as I get to the part where you cannot see, it's kind of like a corner. You get to that part where the people at the main road cannot see. All of a sudden, I feel a knife to my throat. The person pulled me closer, right? And I'm gonna pause there. Now, I'm not sure if it's a knife or anything, but all I know, it had jagged ends. It could be anything, but what my mind is remembering, it is a knife. This person, this gentleman, came up behind me, put the knife on my throat like this. You can see I'm speaking normal, and he put it so tight that it's uncomfortable for me to talk normal, much less scream. So all I felt was this person put this sharp thing on my neck so tight, pressed me against them, took my purse, like grabbed my purse, threw me down the stairs, and run off. Like he run out of there. And in my mind, I am like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I get up one time. It had a drain there. I went in the drain, pick up my phone because that's where my phone fell. And I'm talking to my boyfriend at the time. I just got robbed. I just got robbed. Come help me, all of that. Like I am in shit. Sorry for the language, but I am, whew, child. I am in so much. I don't even know. I was so uncomfortable because his body was on me, and it was so traumatic. And I was like, oh, what is going on? Like, I'm crying hysterically on the phone, crying, this wasn't it, this wasn't it, this. And they took my purse. And I'm there, like, sitting on the step, crying on the phone to my boyfriend at the time. And when I think about it, he took my purse, that purse, I bought it with my own money. It was $20. $20. Okay, I'm sitting there thinking about all of that. $20. He took my purse that I bought for myself for $20. And the money that he took, what was in the purse, it was max $80. He almost killed me for damn well nearly say $80. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm distraught, I'm crying. I'm like, why is this happening to me? And then a girl passed. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, somebody robbed me. He went that way. Did you see him? She's like, no, I didn't see him. And mind you, I know her because she was going to Time CC too. And I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Because right as soon as this didn't even happen long, maybe 5-10 minutes, she came by. I'm like, how shitty is that? How bad luck is that? Nobody was passing all the time. This guy just did that to me. And look, somebody's passing. And right after she passed, my best friend came. Like, I was so emotional. And then my boyfriend said he would come down. He would ride his cycle, come down, see if I'm okay. And I can't remember if it was my best friend or my boyfriend at the time or the girl who called the police. I don't know. I can't remember. But the police came. My mom met me at the hospital. I got minor bruises on my leg because how he pushed me down the stairs. There was nothing really that was wrong with me, other than I was shook just because how did this happen to me? And the next day, the only thing, my throat was sore because how he put pressure on there and thing it in. I tried to scream during this when he hold me, and nothing came out. Nothing came out because how he really forced this object on me. And to this day, they don't know who it is. So let me tell you, I the police showed up. My boyfriend showed up. Everything. The girl left at this time. My best friend was still there. He's there, and like he he went to school. My boyfriend went to the hospital, and I went with the police officers. Okay, they took me. Let me tell you, they took me. They said, "Okay, let's drive around so maybe we can see the person." Because the only description I have of this gentleman, whoever he may be, is he had on all blue clothes. So we drove around the area. We met a house that had a lot of blue clothes, but only blue clothes hung on the line. That was the only thing. We drove around, we didn't see anybody. Then they took me to the hospital. The doctor checked me out, see what happened, nothing happened. They drove me to the police station, took the information that I gave them, they wrote it down, and that was it. I didn't get a call back from the police officer. How's everything going? We didn't find the gentleman. We just wanted to update you, or we found a gentleman, if you can come down so you can see, okay, maybe if that's him. I don't know how this thing works, but I didn't get any call. And fast forward to 2021 and still nothing. I just it was just so it was a traumatic experience because I never in my wildest dream that I would think like something like that would happen to me. But I'm thankful because I didn't have PTSD after that. I mean, when it's time for me to go to school, I would always walk that road with somebody else. Make sure I had company. If I didn't have company, I won't pass there. So I would always have company. And after a while, I got accustomed again, and then I started to pass that same route. And this is the first time in years that I am digging deep to remember this story. So that's it for the story time. That's my traumatic experience of me getting robbed and almost losing my life because of this gentleman who decided to target this little girl who's walking to school and see a purse peeping out of her bag and think she has money. And you almost killed an innocent little girl for $80, if all of that, and my purse. So, whoever you are, you're in my past, and I let go of that a long time ago. But I'm just bringing it up for the sake of this video and sharing with my subscribers about this horrific story time that I went through. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for making it through the end. Please leave a comment if something ever happened to you like this, or if you have a similar story, or if you would like me to talk about any dilemmas or any story time topics. So please remember to stay safe and stay blessed, and I would see you guys in my next video. Toodaloo. So if you see this little brown thing that looks like a binoculars, right there, I stopped there with the bus. I walked through Woolwich Road, and you see where the number 14 is, and you come down that road and you see the little dots there where it's red. I went through that step there to end up into the canteen area where the arrows are.